Hey guys, welcome back to another live session here in the 100k Bankroll challenge. We've pretty much just been folding here in this heads-up table while we set the live up, so we're just here quick. We got bankrolls down to 39.85. We peaked on Friday at 49.90 pretty much. Um, and then we haven't pretty much haven't won a hand since all weekend. Just before we fired the stream up, we did just double up through Kent Murray up here, ace jack off versus pocket eights. Um, and yes, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Full jack 10. Oops, right king deuce there. But it was bound to happen. We were running so hot there. Like, I don't think we had a losing session for quite a while previous to that. We will check call here one on table one. King four suited will bump up. Let's check this down. Obviously folding here. Good chance he called with overcards and spiked. Yeah, we're just gonna value bet the 8 when he checks back turn. But yeah, overall, pretty happy so far with the bankroll challenge. Yes. Um, been getting it in pretty good for the most part. This ace jack hand just went crazy. His TNT had straddled, calm chimp, open shoved, and he called with king five off. So when we got ace jack, we just open shoved there. But unfortunately, Kent actually woke up with some sort of a hand. I'm not sure pocket eights should be calling there. Player behind, and when I'm open shoving from under the gun. Um, we just three bet the ace king here against him, or ace queen, sorry. Okay, C betting this board. Nice. Good outcome there. Okay, fold to king five. And I think we'll just check the king. Maybe it's a value bet, I'm not sure. Okay. I'll just go a bit bigger with the aces here, given how many players are in, and they're all pretty stationy. Sometimes you go a bit smaller because you want the action, but I think we're getting the action almost no matter what. Okay, queen's not the greatest of cards to see because a lot of his calling, like three bet calling range is a queen, but I don't think we can fold aces here. Well played, sir. Very frustrating days. Way too much money in the pot there to fold, I think. But that's what you want in these games, right? You got a guy calling off 18 bigs with queen jack offsuit against your pocket aces, so you know. Ace king, still not hitting the flop though, which is fortunate. Okay, checks again on the queen. Um, I don't expect him to fold much. I think we just try to either hit a jack or just get the showdown here. Okay. Um, just gotta decide if I want to call or not here. 3/4 pot, checks flop, checks turn, bets river. I'm not sure why we opened. What happened there with the sevens? Beat ace jack, beat all his random like king X crap. I guess we just let this one go. That might be a call. Might just be a quick session this morning. It is 5:30 in the morning, and we do have to, do that real job thing today, so we will be off doing that. I'll three bet the king jack here. Oh man, can you stop throwing money away? Like, holy Moses. I should have just called. That was crazy. Okay, this guy bombs on the bottom left over here. Was that just all? Just shoves it in. Fold, fold. It just goes no luck all in. Okay, we're three bet the aces here. Call the nut flush draw on the bottom left. We do brick here. Try to win with aces here. I think I'm gonna go bigger here. Get some not regs. We just have to fold here. Not get nuts to call. And we do get called here. So the EV between betting small and just like open shoving here are all very similar. We're gonna call bottom pair here. So I think in this case, I'm just going to jam for value, obviously. He could have like a flush draw, I might get stuck on. He could have like a nine, he could have like a tens, pocket jacks that he didn't four bet, which is all pretty common. That's just like an awkward spot here with king queen being first to act. It's just crazy though. Just free money. Here you go. Ace high wins. With the deuce. The monster value bet with the deuce. Alright, so we're playing way too tight down here. Heads up table. Probably go for the check raise here with the queen 10. Not against the overbet, we'll just let it go. Okay, I'm gonna fold the 8-6. Alright, 4-3. Induce. Ace. 4. Okay, bump up the jack 5 suited. Okay. Jack 5 suited. So we're just gonna bet here. No, not moving for us there. Does call on that board. That makes it pretty likely. Um, that yeah, it's not folding. He probably just has an ace or a king a lot of the time there. Never has the nuts, but it's just guess I don't like that guy. That's hilarious. Um, when this comes in here, we are gonna bluff at it on the river. Block 7-9. There. Just get a little bit of the stream set up here. See. Okay. Right back. Okay, we're back. Looks like our TNT unfortunately has left building. Computer's spazzing out here. Fold the 7-3. Fold the 10-4. Not really interested in staying at this table for too long. Oh yeah, I see. Calm chimpanzee's not feeling it either. We're just gonna go bet now. Yeah. Okay. I guess we can just fire up the NL25 table to keep 6 tables. Oh yeah, no that. Jack 8. Okay, Jack 2 suited, under the gun open. Pretty sure we can just get away with calling any 2 cards. Show these stakes. Okay. I think we just go for the check raise here. The board's wet enough. He has overcards. It's not going to fold them. Over pairs. Sorry if he has a jack. All right, there's a fella. Nice. Great spot. Okay, pocket sevens, top left. He opened. We called big blind. 3/4 pot on the queen, eh? Okay, and call. Okay, we're fading the world here on the river. We are going to be checking the sevens here. 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. There we go. We lose again. And do we lose again? Now we're just going to try to get our sevens to showdown here. Okay, great ace king. Okay, we fold the 7-3 and the queen 7. Fold 4 deuce. Bombastic cold calls. No mind c-betting here. I just snaps it. Like, he never has pocket sevens, pocket threes, pocket fours when he snaps that. I block 5-6. Block. I think we just go half pot shove river. Like the snap calling's awkward. Like sometimes you can just overread into this, but generally speaking, like I don't know. If he doesn't fold a 7, maybe it's a bad shove. Uh, but generally, like the snap calling is not pocket sevens, not pocket threes, not pocket fours, not 3-4 suited, not 5-6, because he's just naturally going to consider raising, right? Like he has to. With the flush draw out there on the web board, like he has to at least consider raising. So when he doesn't, it's pretty suspect. Okay, small 3-bet here. I think we just squeeze. And we're gonna overbet with the fives here. He has a hand like ace queen or like queen king. He might not be willing to fold just yet. Okay, in position in a pretty large 3-bet pot. We could do some checking with 6-7 here, or with pocket queens and stuff, but I think being at a position, he probably is almost always forwarding kings and aces. I could have jacks, which are going to call. You can have like ace-10 suited, which are going to call. And if we run into a set, just so be it. It's never good when he shoves, but we're not folding. My fucking god, man. I cannot win a goddamn hand to save my life. Chop one time. So frustrating. Well, it's extremely hard to win this game if you can't win with your premiums. I don't think we've run with aces, kings, queens, ace, king, pretty much at all in the last 3 days. Okay, this guy just makes this tiny 4-bet. I'd rather just call here than 4-bet. You know, just show down the ace, king, lose to a pocket pair, ace 8. Okay. Fold the 6 deuce, fold the 9 deuce, fold in the queen 9. Fold the 8-3 suited, jack 3 suited, queen deuce. Fold the 6-4. And he flops it, does he? Money was probably going in there no matter what. Fold the 10-8. Let's see, raise 5, 3x X. Calls it. So nuts. I don't think there's much to really think about there. Okay, we're at a position. Okay, I'm just gonna go bet there. We'll just take the betting lead in the top right. leave him. Alright, three bet the ace king here. Let's try again. Okay. Oh, hit a flop, man. Come on now. Alright, we're gonna definitely see bet here with the king of hearts. After a straight draw, two overcards, and being the initial three better. Value bet the six deuce. Calls. Okay, jack of hearts on the turn. Hmm. Three bet pot, we see bet eight, queen three, jack queens. Gonna have a lot of queens. Gonna have some pocket tens, pocket nines. We have some equity though, like quite a bit of it as well. So if he does have like ace queen and just shoves, we're in a pretty bad spot. Not sure if we should be betting there more often than not. Sandy check. Guess we just show down ace king and hope he has like I don't even know what. I don't know what we could beat here. Checking. I just think pocket tens is probably the only hand we get to fold. Sometimes he just has ace king too here. We are gonna check call here. Guess we just check. Pocket tens, yeah, that's probably the only hand that folds if we double barrel. That he would have, right? Like obviously there's other hands that would fold, but he's not gonna have those. It's hard to pull the trigger on the double barrel there, like given we have so much equity in the hand, any ace, any king, any heart, any 10, so when he does have like set two pair, like that kind of stuff. Okay, three bets. We're just gonna call here. This is a really small three bet, given then there's so much money out there. Checks his board. Okay, we're just gonna fold here in the top right. Okay, fold jack deuce. Trying to get back into folding a little bit more. Generally seem to go through spurts of overfolding and overcalling. Struggling to find sort of the balance there a little bit. But queen jack, we'll just let that go. Fold to 10-8. Fold 10-3. Definitely gonna defend the queen 10 down here. Okay, raise the sixes, fold the queen 8. 10-3. We're just gonna dump the 25 table. Ah, oh, now you're all over the place. Hold the 8-3. Oh, guys. Okay. Folding the queen seven. Fold here. Full pot. Full pot, I guess we'll fold. Fold jack 10, fold 9-5. Excuse me. Fold the jack 8. Okay, raise the jack 9 suited. Okay, he pretty quickly checks back there. Deuce is just a terrible card. Okay, queen 9. 9-3 suited, just take flop. And check call second pair. Pick up flush draw. Okay, now we're just gonna check call. Give him a chance to bluff. As usual, spikes the jack on the river. Check for full. Queen 10 full. Okay. Fold jack 6. Fold the 9 deuce. And raise the 9-10. Fold the 9-10. Ace 3 suited. Whoa. It's a weird one. Okay, just gonna c-bet here. 7 rolls off. Yeah, he just had a 9. Okay, free flop with jack deuce. Okay, he checks back flop. We are gonna call. Not checking back a queen. He bets on the deuce, so we should have the best hand here almost always now. Folding the jack 3. Okay, we are gonna value bet the 7 now. Okay, 2 pair. Can't believe check back 8-9 there though. Ace on the flop. Well, now if he was betting like a 6, like a 5-6, a 6-7, just a bear 6, we lose. Flush draw out there, we lose. A6, we lose. Block his like random like queen jack, queen 10, queen king that he's gonna call out of the big blind with. And that's that. Try to go smaller with like pocket 10s or something. Okay, we're gonna value bet the 10 here. Check raises. I think we call. Diamonds roll in. Checks back. How? How are you checking raising that? So confusing. It's just an interesting line with a king, that's all. Heads up, that is. Do it. Do it. Either 10 calling a bet big. Because. Right, we're all in. Pot's 31. Yeah, we're not gonna like check raise at 45 or something. He's definitely value betting there. Nice. Oh my god. God, that is tilting as shit. Okay, we threw bet the kings. And we blocked bet the 7 on the river. Yeah. It is extremely difficult to not downswing when you can't win a hand. Yeah, we're gonna check the tens once they call in the king 3-3 board. And then bomb it. I think we're just done. They're not doing that with anything but a king. Okay. They got me. Got me. It's terrible. Terrible spot to bluff. Kids can't be that bad if it worked though, right? Okay, we're just gonna value bet the ace king. And we check back the king ace. We are gonna call the jack. He checks on the king river. I think we just check back here. Fold king 10. Fold 10 deuce. Oh, we did win one big hand so far. Raise up the ace queen. 10. Check the ace queen. He has been bluffy, so I think if I check twice, there's a good chance he'll stab at it. Oh. And if he has a 6, I'm losing my mind. Fuck. And just going full pot though. Like, well, if you can't even win with top set, what you can't fold jack 7. This guy would double his stack. We are gonna call the ace high here. Oh, I thought he bluffed that river. Fold the jack 7. Fold the 6-4. You're gonna bet the ace this time. Board's pretty wet. I guarantee you, I bet money that he has a 9 right now. We are gonna call with top pair when we check back turn. But like that slight delay he had on checking the turn is a fucking 9. Just fucking do it. You can just tell that slight like half little delay that he had on that turn card. Just a fucking 9 all goddamn day. Okay, we turn the world here. think we just go for the raise here. Good chance he has like 5-6. Not interested in playing heads up there. Just check out. How are we up? Well, this is our grandiose session here. I don't know how we're above EV, but you just got to keep in mind these EV lines are specifically all in EV, right? So it's like you flop aces first top set, or when you have top set with pocket aces, and it goes, they catch their four-outer on the river. Still in bad shape. They go runner, sixes. Doesn't track, you know, the non all in run bad. I don't know how I'm above EV here. But anyways, fold the 9-8. Okay, fold 7-4. Okay, fold the 3 deuce. Fold the 7-5. Okay, king 10 suited, we're gonna raise up. This guy 3 bet. Basically, we got nuts here. We don't need to go as big given half stack. Folding the 5-4. Okay, ready to fold the H7. King 10, we're just gonna check back. Okay. King high board. Take it down. Fold queen 6. Okay, flop, checks turn. We are gonna value bet river here. Try to get called by a 9 or a 7 or whatever. Not too many people here are going to be squeezing, so I don't mind just calling the 8s here. Maybe 3-bet. It's obviously, generally speaking, we just 3-bet or fold out of these positions, but against a weaker player and with only pretty much one player, we're worried about 3-betting us late. I think calling is probably just fine there. Okay, jack rolls off. It's a good card. Less likely he has a jack. More likely to slow down with overcards. He does barely. And pretty big. Probably going to call one more. I think he's probably more likely to do that with bluffs than he is with any sort of value that beats us other than a jack. King's not super great because a lot of his bluffing range there is going to be like king, queen, ace, king. Anything that blocks me from having a jack, right? Any other. Okay, checks. Interesting. Hmm. Probably are just supposed to check our showdown value here. If we assume he's never going to bluff 9s and 10s on the turn there, and he probably doesn't go 3/4 pot with queens, kings, aces when that jack rolls off. Uh, so we are still going to bet again here with the pocket deuces. He raised pre, they called. I think just check. Yeah, it's exactly why it's such a terrible card. Because he has the perfect two cards to continue like bluffing with on the turn there, right? Queen jack, king jack, it's both of them for me having that. My range is pretty polar to like medium strength hands. All right, aces. Let's try to win. Fold the 6-7. Fold the ace king. But again, I think we played the hand well. We read it properly, and then whammo. It is possible though if we shoved, he folds that king. It's actually probably extremely likely. Tough spot. I think 8s are just too much showdown value to shove there. Especially if he decides I'm going to raise turn a lot. But being in position, like I'm in a good spot to just call, call, call. Okay, queen jack suited. We're gonna bump that up. Raise the ace 10. What ended up handing with these pocket deuces? Just folds turn. Check. Yeah, folds turn. Check. 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 Yeah. He checks back flop. It's gonna be a 7 or something a lot of the time. With the 10 of diamonds, we're gonna check call here on the turn. Okay. Now we're just gonna do the min value bet. There's no way he like checks a better diamond on flop turn. and then would like check raise it on the river, right? So there's just like he's just bluffing always. Okay, Spiker 8 ball. Snapchat. Okay, Heart's not the greatest card to see, but again, we're gonna continue value betting. Oh, for fucking the love of everything. Yes, yes, yes. Bet, whatever. I don't care. We're folding. We have to fold. There's 4 cards to a heart out there. Check call swap. Just cannot win. It's physically impossible for us to win right now. Doesn't matter what we start with on the flop. By the river, we will lose. But it's pretty much expected, right? That's pretty well how poker goes. So ups, downs, run goods, run bads, all that jazz. It does suck though that we were way up at 5K and we're probably down to like 3,600 now for the bankroll. As soon as we jumped up, it started running awful. Okay, you're gonna 3-bet the king queen off. Fold to 10-6, fold to 6-4. Just get out of the way with the 3-0, raise queen jack suited. So we 3-bet. This guy cold calls. This guy calls. It's not really much for us on this board. Yeah, it's pretty much getting out of the way now. Okay, jack 8 suited. It's a good flop for us. It's hard for us to rep a really strong hand here. Like we're 3-betting nines, queens, ace, queen. Ace nine's probably ace nine, queen. Yeah, ace nine's probably the strongest hand we could rep here. So I think just check call is probably best. For full pot, we're still gonna call here. Tons of stack behind. Okay, we're just done with the hand. When they're going like full pot, full pot, full pot, like I don't. If they went smaller on the turn, um, I'd be significantly more likely to check raise sometimes against like weaker players. Not so much against regs because they're thinking and they might try to induce and this and that. But um, when it basically goes pop, 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 I don't want to check raise turn here if they're not going to fold. Ooh, that sucks. But still, when we have the 2 hearts there, you can see how clean like aggression um, gives you a significant advantage, right? If you're the aggressor. But in this spot, I think it's fine. Like ace queen, we just don't have enough hands that are ever check raising there to be able to like check raise bluff. And even here, it wouldn't really have worked. If they would have called, would have barrel turn though, I guess. I don't know. One of those spots, I think it's probably pretty close to the same EV to just check call, try to hit there versus check raising. Okay, 45. We'll just see if we can see a flop here with all these fishies. And we'll just call with sevens. Flop fold. We are going to proceed with caution because he did 4x open. All right, once he checks there, I would say say he probably has ace king almost always. You know, that not necessarily true, but that would be my assumption when he goes 4x and then doesn't barrel that turn. We're just going to value bet. I think he just has an ace king almost always. Four kings. What the fuck? It just doesn't even make any sense. But that's fine. Um, Anyways, my point being is when he checks that turn and he 4x open, 4x is always a premium, or at least a lot of the time, anyways. But they are whaling, so it's hard to say. But generally speaking, like the 4x, the bigger open is going to be a pretty strong range. I'm just going to check raise this guy here. Uh, he's been literally, yeah, perfect. And then when he checks that turn, it just doesn't make any sense for him to have pocket kings there. Like, this is a perfect spot for him to just black, black, blast. Like, if I hit a jack on the turn, anyways, doesn't matter. Moving on. Ace jack suited, nothing for us. Okay, fold jack four. Okay, queen. Raise, raise. Just out of this hand. Check the jack four. See if I fold. Check the jack four. Okay, king queen here. Alright, the diamond rolls off. Leads into us. We are calling against him. Then he checks. I think we're going to go for some thin value here. Folding the 10-4, folding the king 7. Okay, you're going to play a little bit longer, and then we're going to have to shut down the stream. Actually get ready. Okay, bump up the ace queen. Fold the a3. So it goes call, call. Okay, king with ace clubs, queens there. Um, Probably just think. I don't know. I think betting is probably just makes the hand easier to play. Okay, the jack 9-10 gets there. He's calling queen jack, queen 10. He's calling 8-9. He's calling 9-10. He's gonna call some kings here. I think we beat enough hands and there's enough draws out there. We can still bet for thin value. And it also lets us kind of get a cheap showdown. We have the ace of clubs. It is tempting to just like shove here. But I think he's almost always, if I shove, that's tempting. I think he has too many tens in his hand though, like 8-10, 9-10, king 10, queen 10, jack 10. All these hands just kind of got there. They're gonna call with and not really raise that turn. Like pocket eights, pocket queens, pocket jacks, pocket kings, king queen, king eight, queen eight. All those are theoretically a lot of the time gonna raise the turn. Maybe not queen eight, but maybe the check. Nice. Okay, fold the 8-3. We are gonna call the jacks here in the bottom left. All kinds of hands he's gonna stab with. Ace is a good card to see. Okay, and he bets pretty small. I don't know. It is kind of value betty, but I think he might do this with like an eight sometimes as well. Yeah, the ace just gets him paid when he bets that small. It's pretty simple. He can be stabbing with lots of double flush draws out there and stuff too. Okay, we'll bump up the Jack Nine suited every once in a while. Okay, whatever. All right, where's that? We'll just let that go. Fold the queen four. Might as well fill this table in here. Fold into 9-7. Maybe just shove over 24 bigs. It gets a little awkward when we raise like 5x and he calls. Just then we're just like probably shoving most flops anyways. Okay, limp. We ISO over with the kings. Unfortunately, this time everybody seems to be okay, good. So Baxter called calls. Lindsay here with the three bet. This guy's scoop. Yeah, this guy's a bit of a maniacal, that's for sure. He's done some crazy stuff. So I kind of like just jamming the jacks here against him, honestly. Okay, the kings on this board with the deuce. We're just gonna barrel. When the pot size is smaller, this is a bit different from that queen hand from earlier, right? Where the pot was like 50 bigs and we had 100 bigs or 90 bigs left, right? We're just gonna back get it in. Here, if the flop was like 10-8-7, we're more likely to check back. Or 10-8 deuce, it's still, definitely like a C bet a lot of the time here. Deuces were just done. So, play a little bit longer here, I guess. Okay, raise up the nines. And three with the eights. Probably just let that go. Tempting. Three bet the 6-7 suited every once in a while. More out of the big blind than out of the small. We got here 10-4 versus ace-3. Nice. Okay, we're gonna ISO over that limper. And we're just gonna stab at it. King's good. It's a good card to stab, check, call down with. Oh, now I don't even know what to think about my life here. I think we just check it. You just check. Nice. Okay, not four betting queens. I just call here. It's a good flop. Comes in blasting. That's immediately suspicious. Perfect. Okay, so he checks there, makes pocket kings and pocket aces significantly less likely. Ace queen, not a three bet here, FYI. Just a fold. Not even a three bet on the button. Okay. So I think we just go half pot here. calls. Hearts roll in. So, question now, because oh, does he call anything? He calls king queen. He continues barreling pocket jacks. He continues barreling pocket queens. I would imagine he's just going to barrel kings and aces too. Almost always. I doubt he goes into like a check call line. So I think if we just think we have the best hand, we should probably just shove it, give him, a 40 VPIP player a chance to spew. 7, 8, I guess 9, 10. I don't know. It's a good turn card to barrel 9, 10 with. Check shove with if you're going to take that check line. Yeah, whatever. I think we just shove it in here. Value. We have the ace of hearts, so it's unlikely as hearts almost never. I think he's just barreling turn with hearts or check shoving hearts or something. He definitely doesn't have 9, 10 now. He definitely doesn't have two pair, I don't think, at this point. I guess he could have like queen jack, maybe. That we lose to. Oh, wow, we almost got it. Chop it up. Nice hand. So far, we were cruising right along here over the last 50k hands, and then over the last, looks like, I don't know, 5,000 hands maybe, has just been a cliff jump. We'll drag the poker craft over here. Ah, no, no. All right, we'll just slide it over, whatever. Let's just do this. Try that again here. See if it readjusts. Oh, whatever. Anyways, you can see here just a pretty clean climb. And then over the last few thousand hands, it's just been kind of a jump off. But look how like it was a matter of time, right? It always happens. We were running so heavily above EV, all in EV anyways. It was bound to kind of come back down. Now that's not like your total EV because a lot of it comes down to how you run post flop, right? Like even this session, how many times did we go runner to a four flush with like sets and just lose, um, or four outers, etc. Right? But overall, like we were kind of cruising along here. We just kind of hit a lip in the road, but um, that's bound to happen. We've just basically been losing most of our all ins, unfortunately, and just like post flop, we've just been losing. um, which is all pretty standard and expected. It happens all the time. That's just part of the game. You go up and you go down. You go up and you go like these are just exasperated because we moved up to NL 100, right? So it's like if you look at this, you know, we were at what were we at? We were at 27, dipped and spiked back to 25. Now we're down to like 16. So we're only down like 9 buy-ins, which is still not an insignificant amount. But if these were, you know, this is NL 50, NL 25, NL 100, right? All of these 50k hands. So this is NL 100. You got to think like normally you'd be like running up. You're at like 6k here, and then you have like a 10 buy-in, dip down to 5k, whatever, 4,500. Then you just kind of keep going. So uh, that's bound to happen, right? NL 50, we'd only have like theoretically we're going to drop from here to here, whatever, right? 400 bucks if it was the same thing. So this entire chart is basically 90% NL25, NL50. So when you jump up stakes and run bad, it's going to be a pretty heavy hit. Um, but you just got to kind of move past it. Okay, fold to jack 7. Okay, fold to 7 deuce. Fold 6-4. Let's try nice. Let's go back. Fold king 8. Queen 7 fold, 9-3 fold, 4-3. Let's just get that out of here. Let's just see how this session went so far. I think we're down like 300 bucks. Pretty sure. That wouldn't even be last hour today. Yeah, down 300 bucks. Thanks. Full jack 9. Just want a winning session here. That'd be cool. Let's see here. I guess you can't really check. I have to download it to hold them. Go over the hands or something, but I don't know. I think we've kind of we're having hands. We're just kind of getting to the river and having to fold, or just losing altogether. Busy spewing again here. Um, I think I don't know. I think I just click it back here. Three bet the ace queen bottom left. I'm just gonna give him a chance to bluff. He checks. Guess we just shove it for him. Maybe we should have just shoved flop. Probably looks weaker. I just thought if he had like any kind of gut shot or an ace high, he might just jam it. But I guess when we check there, it looks like we're trying to get him to do that. But maybe a little bit too much. Okay, fold 4 deuce. Fold 10-7. I'll fire a 3-bet here every once in a while. King 9 suited against somebody who's just opening really wide. It's a pretty decent flop for us. Take down. Huh. You do have 5-3, so you should be folding there. Okay. ISO the limp here with ace 8 suited. We're gonna ISO with the queen jack suited. Huntress lips in her entire range pretty well. Going to 3-bet that. I will let the ace 8 go here. Ooh, let's play. Probably just ace king. Hit aces, who knows? We are going to be folding here. Love to see a bluff. It'd be a very nice bluff with like an ace high blocker. It's the ace king. Okay, well, I think we are probably gonna need to gosh, sit out here. Okay, we are just gonna c bet here on the queen. Nobody three bet, so we'll have some queens in the range, but nobody's gonna have like pocket queens. All right, we spike the ace and the two callers. It's gonna be a lot of like king jacks, king tens, like queen kings, queen jacks. People will, I think we just bet half pot and keep all the, try to keep the ranges in. There's not gonna be any ace high flush draws out there. No luck. But it's just like you do see a lot of like 5-6, 7-8, where people will like weak players will chase, right? They'll chase the back doors too much. Okay, we're gonna be ahead of a lot of his checking range here with ace queen. Most of his pocket pairs are gonna c bet. Queen's very good turn card. His flush draw is definitely gonna c bet. Almost always, anyways. Okay, we're gonna value bet here. Expect to get called by queen jack, queen king. Might call a 10. I kind of like over betting here. I like the over bet because he checked flop, and I don't think he's gonna check a flush very often on the flop. And I think if I overbet, he thinks there's no way I'm not c betting a flush on the flop here. There's no straights really out there for him to have, and we have ace queen. So he might even call like a 10. He probably c bets, but he might call like pocket nines, pocket eights. He might even call like 5-6 here or something because this it doesn't. He's just snap folds, but it does look like fluffy, right? Like if I was him with the flush being out there, like yeah, sure, I'm gonna value bet the queen, but I'm never gonna overbet value. Like I'm never gonna overbet the queen on the river there. So there's a lot of time, and I'm almost always going to see bet the flush draw. Sorry, not bet, but whatever. When he checks, I'm going to bet if I have a flush draw there almost always. So like I'm hero calling. Like that's a spot where you're going to hero call a lot, especially if you have like the ace of spades or something where I could just have a bear. I could have, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the ace of spades makes it even better for a hero call. I think, or maybe it makes it worse because then it's less likely I'm bluffing with the ace of spades.